Big Bang theory. And I think we can do this. Both of them. Hey everyone, welcome back, and thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch Hello Good Game. Today we are playing with Gruul mid-range, the color combination of red and green, utilizing a ton of land ramp, getting into some massive spells. We're taking care of business with giants today. Gruul Giants are seemingly unstoppable. We do have a sprinkle of trolls within the giants, but they're basically the same thing, right? Thank you again for your time and attention. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the channel to your friends, your family, your MTG playgroups, and your local game stores. Support financially on Twitch, Patreon, YouTube, our Amazon link, our Grey Viking Games link, and our newly introduced Into the AM link, which you can receive some cool t-shirts, join a monthly t-shirt club, stuff like this. So check everything out. You'll find everything in the Linktree link. Just Google Hello Good Game Linktree, or it's in the description below. And again, thank you for watching this video. Now let's get into the deck. Gruul Giants is a 4.4 average converted mana cost deck with 14 non-creatures, 21 creatures, and 25 lands. So we're packing it pretty heavy, but we do have that 4.4 average converted mana cost. So we're really going to need some mana to cast some of these spells. We have a ton of ramp in the deck and a ton of giants in the deck, which is really cool, with a little bit of land destruction and a little bit of trolls, all which will have haste, which is absolutely amazing. So we'll break down the list and then we'll get into the strategies, synergies, talk about how the deck really meshes together coherently so you can utilize it effectively and efficiently within your own experiences, right? So 2 copies of Frostbite. This is our first 1-drop, our only 1-drop, only 2 copies of it in deck as well. You know, I absolutely love a little early game removal, especially when we're in a deck that has, you know, not very much removal, but it's not so dependent upon needing the removal that you have to fill your whole deck with it, right? Because we really quickly start clogging up the field. So if our opponent has any creatures, we've got bigger creatures. So we only need a little bit of removal early game. Frostbite takes care of that, dealing 2 damage to target creature or planeswalker. If you control 3 or more snow permanents, it will deal 3 damage instead. Of course, we have the snow mountains, we have the snow forests incorporated within the deck as well. We have a little bit more early game removal within Bonecrusher Giant's Stomp. Now this is the instant speed adventure attached to the giant for 2 mana. Damage can't be prevented this turn, and Stomp deals 2 damage to any target. The giant is a 4/3, and whenever it becomes a target of a spell, it will deal 2 damage to that spell's controller. Again, early game creature removal. You can take care of a Luminarch Aspirant, right? An Edgewall Innkeeper. There are so many pesky creatures within the 1 and 2 CMC drops within the meta right now, and Frostbite and Stomp are easily going to take care of that. And then we start to work on our giants within Bonecrusher Giant, a 4/3. Whenever it is targeted with a spell, it will deal 2 damage, which is great. And that's actually the giant dealing the 2 damage from the ability, not the Stomp. And now that's a distinction that we're going to need to make as we continue on through our list. But before we do, we'll talk about some of the ramp. 4 copies of Cultivate at sorcery speed, searching our library for up to 2 basic land cards, 1 into the battlefield tapped, and the other comes into our hand, then we shuffle our library, right? So this is quite nice, allowing us to not only play 2 lands on turn 3, but having that turn 4 land, which would be our 5th land, is very, very nice. We also have 4 copies of Migration Path, another ramp spell, our first 4-drop at sorcery speed. Search your library for up to 2 basic land cards, put them into the battlefield tapped, and then shuffle our library. We can cycle it for 2, which just means discarding it to the grave, pulling a card off the top of our library, which is really quite nice to kind of key in certain scenarios to be a little bit smoother, right? So, you know, there's certain draw hands which we aren't drawing our 3rd land. Boom, Migration Path cycles away, we draw the 3rd land, and now we can continue on with our play lands without kind of missing that curve, which is important not to. So again, more ramp, 2 cards from our library that are lands right into play. This is going to be very nice. 4 copies of our Calamity Bearer. Now this is one of the main engines in the deck. A 3/4 giant, and if a giant source you control would deal damage to a permanent or player, it deals double that damage to permanent or player instead. And then we mentioned the Bonecrusher Giant's ability. Whenever it becomes a target of a spell, it's going to deal 2 damage. That's the Giant dealing 2 damage, which would be doubled through the Calamity Bearer, whereas the Stomp is its own instant. It's not a giant instant, it's just an instant. So it's not dealing that damage, right? That's the distinction that we mentioned earlier a little bit. Moving on now to our 5 drops. We have 3 copies of Purphoros Bronze Blooded. This is a 7/6 indestructible legendary enchantment creature. As long as your devotion to red is less than 5, it's not a creature. We can very easily get our devotion within red up to 5 quite carefree. Other creatures you control have haste. This is the key ability that we included the Bronze Blooded in the deck for. We can pay 3, putting a red creature card or artifact from our hand into the battlefield, sacrificing at the beginning of our next end step. You know, it's fine to play a 6/7 CMC Giant for 3. I absolutely love that. And not to mention some of the other creatures that we will be flooding the field with that will gain haste, but we'll mention those in a little bit. Another engine of the deck is Quakebringer, a 5/4. Your opponents can't gain life. Yup, sorry, mono white life gain. At the beginning of your upkeep, Quakebringer deals 2 damage to each opponent. This ability triggers only if the bringer is on the battlefield or in your graveyard and you control another giant. So you have to have either the Quakebringer in play or in the graveyard with a different giant in play for that to trigger, which is, you know, really nice. And again, that's the Quakebringer dealing that damage, which is a giant, which would be doubled through our Calamity Bearer. Very nice. We have 2 copies of our Surtland Flinger for 5 mana, a 4/6. We've chosen to include this within the deck because I just unlocked it within my mastery tree, right? 4 copies of this for free. Had to make a deck around it. Couldn't really justify running all 4 copies in the deck though, so we're just using 2. Whenever the Surtland Flinger attacks, you may sacrifice another creature. When you do, the Flinger deals damage equal to the sacrifice creature's power to any target. If the sacrifice creature's was a giant, the Flinger will deal twice that much damage instead. So this is good and bad. It's good because it's a giant dealing that damage, and it would deal double that damage if you sacked a giant. So if you had the Calamity Bearer in play, and, you know, Bonecrusher Giant, say, and then the Flinger, well, everything attacks. Sadly, the sacrifice happens before the damage, so you would need first strike. No, it would still even go before the first strike. That wouldn't even help us, sadly. So you do kind of lose one of those attackers. So ideally, you attack and you sacrifice the thing that you just played with Summoning Sickness because it can't attack anyways. But, you know, think about this, right? The Flinger and the Bearer attack. You sacrifice the Bonecrusher Giant. You deal 8 damage, doubled through the Bearer. You just dealt 16 damage. Plus, they now have to defend against the Flinger. They have to defend against the Bearer because both of those are still attacking, you know, one for 8 and the other for 6. So the amount of damage that you can put out through the Surtland Flinger is, you know, it's catastrophic. It's absolutely amazing. Moving on, we do have some 6 drops. We've got some, and 7 drops, I should say. Waking the Trolls is our 6th drop. We have 4 copies of this in deck. I absolutely love it. It just keys in so well within the Gruul ramp, right? We've got the Cultivate, we've got the Migration Path. That's going to throw us up to 6 mana. We can play this, destroy our opponent's Triumph, get a land back, and then we make a whole bunch of Trolls. So, of course, when it enters play, destroy target land. Next up, put a land card from a graveyard into the battlefield under our control. And then finally, choose target opponent if they have fewer lands than us. Create a 4/4 green Troll creature token with trample for each land difference, which is really, really nice. Again, we have the Bronze Blooded in the deck. All of these 4/4s with trample, they now have haste. That's going to be absolutely insane. And we have the Beanstalk Giant. Its power and toughness are equal to the number of lands we control. We're ramping lands in play. This is going to be a 7/7, an 11/11, whatever it gets to. It's going to be massive. We can sacrifice it with the Surtland Flinger to deal immediate lethal. Woof. It has Fertile Footsteps for 3 mana at sorcery speed. Searching our library for a basic land card, it comes into the battlefield untapped, so we can still utilize it, and then we shuffle our library. This is great. This is absolutely amazing, whether it be to sacrifice it for the Flinger or just to straight up ramp a little bit to get into our other giants. We love it. We have 9 snow-covered mountains, 8 snow-covered forests, 4 Cragcrown Pathways, and 4 Gnottvold Slumbermound. It comes in tapped. We can pay 7 to sacrifice it, right? Making a 4/4 with trample. We can do it instant speed, which is really nice. We can do that on our opponent's end step, where of course we have haste, so it doesn't matter. And again, it's just another way to create a big body to beat down our opponent with. So that's the list. We kind of mentioned the strategies and synergies throughout the process there, so we're not going to go through it all again. Quick overview though, ramp into your giants, right? Get the bronze blooded in play. Now everything has haste. You can basically do whatever you want. Whether you're progressing through the Calamity Bearers Quakebringer combo, getting the Flinger in play for nuclear damage, or you're kind of going the other way where it's the bronze blooded, waking the trolls, and just attacking with all of those trample creatures. The choice is up to you. It depends how your draw hands come into play. Thank you again for your time and attention. I really appreciate it. Make sure to download Magic the Gathering Arena Assistant, available for free in the description below. Whether it's metagame analysis, your own deck statistics, collection information, and my favorite piece, the Deck Advisor, right here under the collection tab. It will analyze your personal card collection and recommend decks for you to play based on that. So you're not going to need to spend wildcards for the recommended decks. Of course, it will sort them, and you'll see for some of the decks, even I am missing cards for, which is pretty cool. So check that out. It's available to everybody on Windows for free in the description below. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share the channel to your friends, your families, your MTG playgroups, your local game stores. Support financially on Twitch, Patreon, YouTube, our Amazon link, our Grey Viking Games link, and our brand new Into the AM link. This is the Moon shirt. It's called Lookout. You can join the t-shirt club. It's $15 a month. You get one new t-shirt every month, which is really, really cool. So they were kind enough to send me 3 brand new shirts, and this is what it looks like. So you can join the t-shirt club. This month's shirt is a UFO thing, and I actually am pretty into all of the designs. I spent a couple minutes on the site last night looking through everything, and they're pretty groovy. The ones I got, I was like super impressed with, which actually drove me into the site. I was like, wow, maybe I should actually check these guys out, because I didn't pay much attention to it, in all honesty. But they're really cool. The designs are really cool. Check out Into the AM. I will have a link in the description below for you guys. If you sign up to the monthly t-shirt program, you're going to get your first month for free if you use my code, which is pretty cool. Get a free t-shirt just like this bad boy on me. So thank you again for your time and attention. I appreciate each and every one of you. Don't miss out on my 500,000 gem giveaway, my free cash prize monthly tournaments on MTG Melee, Brawl, and Artisan formats. We have 100 one-on-one coaching sessions with myself, also coming with $20 each that you can win. And every single live video, we give away $10 to Grey Viking Games. Get your gift card, buy some MTG Arena codes, complete your collection, get some cosmetics, whatever it happens to be, it's up to you. So thank you all for your support. Without it, none of this would be possible. I appreciate you, and I hope you have just a magical day. Take care, and we'll see. Our opponent is playing first. Hand looks pretty terrible, if I'm being honest, but we shall have faith. Believe in the heart of the cards. Right? We can do it. We can do anything. Just playing in slow. That way we can fertile footsteps next turn. Two Flingers in hand is awkward. Migration Path is up next. And then Waking the Trolls. This is going to get counterspelled. No. Two additional red sources in play. Go big or go home. There has to be a counterspell. No way. We take the Triome. Woof. We have 3 Flingers ready to rip. Guaranteed this gets countered. Let's foretell to the side. What is happening? We're playing actually against Porcolanos instead of Polcranos. It's Porcolanos. That's a sick name. Oh my god. We do quite well for ourselves here. The Flinger comes out. It's got haste too, right? And then we can pay this ability here. We'll put another Flinger in play. That activates the overall Big Bang theory. And I think we could do this. Both of them work, right? Either way, whatever we do is just like, sorry, bro. We are playing with Giants here. Going first, we have the land. We've got this, right? How can we not win? It's only a Yorion deck. We already chopped one of those down today. We'll get another. No cleave, though. Could the deck use cleave? I guess that's a question we should ask ourselves a little bit. Maybe. Let's toss this to the side. I think that's a good opportunity. Really am looking forward to a Fertile Footsteps or a Cultivate off the top of our deck here. Right? One of those would be perfect. Pretty please. No, we don't get it. Sadly. But I think we can probably just push the Giant out as a body. Because he's got a body. At one point, there was an MTV. I live in Canada, right? So we watched MTV. I don't know if you guys watch that elsewhere, but anyways, there was it's like a music channel a long time ago that used to be popular. I guess it is now, but maybe different stuff. So there's a reporter, and this was in Toronto, and there was some guy that this poor young reporter girl was interviewing, and he was going off about how he was already dead and didn't have a body. And I ain't got no body. Because he considered himself a nobody, so he had no body. I don't know why this is popping into my mind here, but it was hilarious. More frightening now as an adult, but as a kid, very funny. You can check it out if you want. Well, I guess we just do the don't we? One Triumph coming on over. And we have to do that because Elspeth's Nightmare would have had us discard it, and we don't want that. So they should take Migration Path because we can cycle it. Yeah, good call. Good call. And it also puts 2 lands in play for the trolls rather than just the 1. But unless we top deck a land, this puts 2 in play as well, so kind of doesn't matter, but at the same time, that was the more efficient pick. Oh, because I ain't got no body. We can thin our library with this Triumph, which I absolutely love. Complete blue flop. This needs to be countered. If this doesn't countered, it's probably game. Swamp has Extinction Event. So you're coming over here, Mr. Swampadoo. Those old classic lands, I've got a hard time picking out which they are always. Omen in play. I've been having a lot of fun with Waking the Trolls. I'm gonna be honest. Just ramp right into it, start hitting their lands. And typically land destruction is not great, but here you get all those trolls on the back end, which is actually pretty powerful. So they've got another swamp. Less than ideal. But hey. Let's go for it, right? Let's really commit to the cause. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa! Oh my gosh! I'm gonna die! Let's take that swamp out again. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. We're gonna be sent away for a long, long time. We'll grab some more land here. We can play them all. All land must get played. We're up to 11 land. Seems fine. We have 2 sagas in play. Oh no. Yorion cannot handle land destruction. This is what I'm learning today. What about you? Alright, we're on the draw. We kind of have a little bit of what we want going on. I wouldn't mind some ramp. Ooh, that's not it. We'll play slow. Did you hear me, computer? I wouldn't mind some ramp. I've been watching Star Trek, so at this point in my life, I just want to start talking to my computer. Computer, give me a ramp spell. What? Yeah. I mean, it's not a Cultivate computer, but I understand. I should have been more specific with my request to you, and I will remember to do that from now on. So thank you very much for that ramp spell. I appreciate that. Oh gosh, you guys, we have fun. We have fun. Our opponent has a mono red control deck, which is hecka frightening. Past turn, we definitely are using this migration path though. Ugin's gonna be a problem for us. Oh gosh. And they could hit it out pretty early, couldn't they? We don't have any haste other than Bronze Blooded, but that gets exiled with Uganos. Do they play land? Yeah, that's 4. Next turn they play 5 with Iron Crag Feet. Alright, so we got Shredded Sails. They draw 2, create a treasure, which is like pretty good, isn't it? Let's take our turn. Grab some more land. Double red. Mountain. It makes sense that giants live on mountains. Mountains are also large. They're fat, okay? Mountains are fat. pH. Okay, this is gonna hurt for some time. I think we'll probably lose, but there is hope. We kill the snow. I mean, in theory, we're sitting on 8 land. They're down to 4. We get 4 4/4s with haste. You know, it's a bit of damage. It's like 16 damage. Not enough. Close. But we would also have haste on something else, like a Calamity Bearer or a Flinger. As well. I don't know, like we might just get cleaved here, right? Whoa, whoa. Whoa, bro. So that's just game, right? Because we don't have anything that could ever deal with that. Right? We don't. We're just dead in the air. The second dragon. Because we can't get haste, Flinger, and kill a dragon. Like, it's just, we're 1 turn behind the game. 1 turn behind. Ah. That dragon is tough. Alright, we go first. We have a little bit of removal. So many pathways. So many pathways. The Frostbite's kind of useless probably against this Yorion deck. How have we top decked all 4 pathways? Like, I'm fine with it, but jeez, really? More land. That's so frustrating. I mean, it's okay because we have Waking the Trolls, but unless we're ramping into it, it's not really as good. Wolf Willow's nice. We could destroy the Wolf Willow land. Let's end our turn. So it's obviously Saltite Ultimatum with the Wolf Willow for ramp. Yeah. Omen. Sure. Go to the bottom, good news. Take our turn. Let's take the hit first. They're gonna remove it. 2 damage is better than 4. Throw out some more land, which we're definitely not lacking. Playing 2 lands a turn could be pretty cool. What if we had Waking the Trolls in a deck with play 2 land each turn, the Elysian Grove Master. I call him the Grove Master. It's like the Dryad of the Elysian Grove, but you know, I call him the Grove Master. You guys can too if you want. The Nightmare. You know which land I want to destroy? This one. That's a 2-for-1, baby. Hot dog. They can take our Frostbite. I don't care. They're still playing lots of land. Oh my god. Straight up, stop it. End our turn. I don't want to be sacking lands before we make trolls, right? We want to kind of do that after. Come on with this land. Oh, it's a sad day. Maybe we do. Or we have nothing to put on top of it, though. Massive scries. They're still gonna get it. Unless we can continually top deck Waking the Trolls and keep them down from 7. I don't see any other way. Let's end our turn. You know, we have 9 mana. We can make another 4/4 troll. Alright, that's ultra annoying. Do they have another? Or even an ultimatum, right? We don't have time for that. Our opponent is playing first. You know, our land is here, and we do have a turn 3 ramp at least. Playing against control or rogues? Guess we'll find out here. It is control. Not looking forward to it. Let's see if we get it. We do. Let's push the Quakebringer over. We're at 5-6 available mana. Not good, right? We have 5 mana. Get Bonecrusher out. I know they have a counterspell, and I don't want... I guess they just don't declare it as a threat instead. We need that last land. We need land number 6, like last turn. Like last turn, man. Exact. We get the 2 in. You know, they're gonna draw a full hand though, and that's gonna be hard to contend with. Guarantee there's counter magic here. Yeah. Dang it. Well, this is gonna be hard. Full hand. 8 land. They could just Ugin us to death, right? Not gonna be hard. I'm sure they have plenty of counter magic. We just didn't apply enough pressure. Yeah, there's guaranteed counter magic there, so let's play Quakebringer. I cannot believe that hits. Still a 5-drop, and this is a 3-drop, which leaves us super vulnerable to an event, but let's try it. I'm sure there's just removal. We'll hold the multiverse, looking for an event. Go to the bottom. I mean, there is a world in which we win this. We have lethal next turn, but look at how many cards they have, you know what I mean? There's the event. They get exiled, which hurts. Let's just put a big body in play. We have a lot of removal to pull out. Oh my god, and they keep drawing too. It's gonna be one of those, is it? Absolutely loving it. Wouldn't have it any other way. Home and play. Full shatter. Let's play the Quakebringer. Again, just try and get rid of all the removal, all the counter spells. They're leaving it because they know they need to exile it. So many scries. The tome is so good late game. Alright, they don't gain the life from that, at least, and it's in our grave now. Does it get countered? Really? There must be another event. Too bad we don't have both Quakebringers in the grave. Again, they have a full turn to deal with them. Oh, Ugin. Good game.
Accept and you will grow lost to you. Dangerous free.
Is there a counterspell here? I mean, we tried to outweight it, but I can almost guarantee you there is. You leave him alone. I think they've got it. We do have to sacrifice it, though.
I have greater matters to attend to.
Now we get to wait and watch them drop another Ugin. Right? Another tome. Gain 20 life. Well, 4 up to 20. Basically like 20, that's how it feels. That's a 9/9. If we had one more land, we'd have lethal. There's no way this hits. Look at how many cards they have in their hand. What? So it gets blasted, yeah. They need counter magic so bad. Oh! Why you gotta do me like that? Hit me with the dirty. Too bad this is a troll, not a giant. Trolls should also be giants, shouldn't they? I guess there's giant trolls. We're gonna get rid of our graveyard, which blows, right? We could top deck something amazing. Maybe they don't have an answer. That is kind of annoying. The 3/3 just gets in the way in general. So we have 10 mana. This costs us 3, 6, 7, plus this is an additional 3. But it just blocks this, right? It just easily blocks this. We'll try to thin our library. Alright, you guys. Did I mention that you could get some baller swag into the AM? Join the t-shirts program. You get your first month free. Your first tee on me. I'm actually really excited for the new partnership here. The shirts they sent me are pretty cool. Not to mention free. So I love that. And yeah, you guys can check them out. We also have the Grey Viking Games thing as well. And if you're not looking for specific things, you know, we've got our Amazon affiliate as well. So we had a very generous individual or couple come forward, and they spend a lot of money every month on Amazon within their businesses, and they've decided to help by pushing that through your boy. So you know who you are. Shout outs, bro. Thank you so much. To you and your wife. Absolutely amazing. Overloaded. Sorry. Zwar is the arena tag as well, so you might see them around, and truly a generous individual. So thank you so much for the support from HGG to you and your wife, to everybody else as well. You know, it's not just a one-man show here, because it really is a communal effort, and it takes everybody watching the videos, liking the videos, commenting, and all of the Discord interaction to really grow and foster such an amazing community, which is exactly what has happened. So you guys know the spiel. We've got all of the affiliate links. We've got all the giveaways. Get in on that, right? Don't miss out on it. But more importantly, what's going on with the deck? What did you think of it, right? These are the comments I really want to read. I love to hear, your general shenanigans and stuff, but I'm a magic freak. I want to improve the deck. So how can we make this deck even better? What's good about it? What's bad about it? What do you guys think we should change? Leave it in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Have an amazing day, and we'll see you soon